Greetings, it's Eric Backer, naturopath from New Zealand and author of Candida Crusher. Thank you for tuning into this video today. This is going to be a comprehensive video about a Candida supplement. I've got a question here from a lady in Norway, and the question is, Eric, how do I know how to choose the right Candida supplement? What are the criteria? How do I know I'm on the right track? How do I know I'm getting ripped off? How do I know I'm not buying a product with poor therapeutic value? So I've made a couple of points here which I'm going to explain to you today about how to select the perfect Candida supplement, right? This is based on a lot of experience from me, many years of seeing many Candida patients, right? This is not a sales push. I'm not interested in pushing products onto people. I don't really care, quite frankly, what products you use, but I just want to make sure that you use the right product and you get the right kind of advice, okay? So, why is it important to take a Candida supplement? It's important to take a supplement to help you overcome your Candida yeast infection faster, quicker, all right? To get you to where you want to be in the shortest possible time. Patients that I've seen for many years with Candida yeast infections haven't been well for a long time, okay? They might eat the right kind of diet, but they usually get the wrong kind of advice when it comes to diet and lifestyle, and they often take the wrong kind of supplements. They usually take inferior supplements and at the wrong dosage. They're given way too many products by lots of different people in a bid to try and knock this thing out quickly, but there's no really quick way to knock out Candida. You've probably seen my video on how to cure Candida in 24 hours. There's no way you're going to cure this thing in 24 hours. It's going to take time to get rid of it. If you want to get rid of it permanently, it takes time, okay? So it's important to take a supplement to accelerate your recovery. That's the important part. It helps you to get there quicker rather than later. The benefits of the benefits of taking a Candida supplement are, it's not just going to help you eradicate a Candida yeast infection, it's going to help you overcome dysbiosis or poor bacteria, and also get rid of parasites and allow the beneficial bacteria to improve in the small and large intestine. A good Candida supplement will also help to stimulate the upper digestive tract and also improve pancreatic function. It will improve the implantation of beneficial bacteria in the colon particularly. That's going to make you feel much more comfortable with less gas, less bloating. There's a lot of different benefits from taking a Candida supplement. The side effects of taking cheap and useless supplements. Right, I've seen many patients over the years that take absolutely useless products, really cheap products that were made with very poor starting raw materials by companies who make Candida products purely to make a profit. Okay, these companies actually don't treat people. All they're interested in is making money. And often these raw materials come from countries which are quite suspect. All right, with very poor GMP, so they haven't really got good manufacturing practices in place at all. There's no ISO rating or particular ratings for their labs or their raw material assays, so you could be buying all sorts of crap. There's a lot of crap on the market, I can tell you. After being in the game for nearly 30 years, there's a lot of junky dietary supplements out there, so you need to be careful what you buy. Right, we're going to talk about the nutrient form. Why capsule's not so good and why a tablet is better. I want you to bear in mind that it's important when you take a dose that you take the right amount of dosage, okay? With a tablet, we can tend to put twice or even 3 times as much in as a capsule. We can compress it. If it's made properly, with cold compression, particularly made the way I like it made with a sustained release form, it's going to have a lot more of the available raw material in a slow release form. In a capsule, we can't really do that. We can't compress it. We can't put a sustained release in there. So when you take the capsule, it opens up quite quickly in the stomach or small intestine, and you get a rapid effect on it and a rapid decrease of the effect. Whereas a capsule is going to give you a more prolonged effect, which is going to save you money, okay? Because you only need to take a couple of doses per day. 2 or 3 doses, you're going to get literally an 8-hour effect on the tablet. So if you're thinking like I am, and you want to save money like I do, you're taking a tablet, particularly for antifungal. For a probiotic, you take a capsule. It's a different kind of a delivery. We don't compress probiotics in tablets generally. Sometimes with pediatric, children's ones, we will do that for particular reasons, particularly for chewing and flavor and things like that. But really a tablet for an antifungal and also for a multivitamin is the best bet. Types of supplements to take. Antifungal, probiotic, and multivitamin. I've created CanXida Remove. I've helped to create this for a company. And the reason why this company reached out to ask me if I could create it was because they knew that I had the experience and the capabilities of designing a very good formula. And it's worked out quite well because CanXida Remove is a very, very potent product, and it's proving to be exceptionally effective with patients in many, many countries around the world. It's called CanXida Remove. In time, I'm also going to look at a very, very good probiotic enzymatic formula and a highly specific Candida multivitamin, which has never been really created before. So I'm going to create a particular multi. I find those three core products to be the best when it comes to yeast infection. And I'm talking about efficacy, like hitting the spot and getting the result, and also saving you money. You don't need to take 20 products. 3 products was usually enough to get the result, providing your lifestyle and diet are okay. Antifungal, probiotic enzyme, multivitamin. Those are the 3 core things I'd like you to use. In my Candida Crusher book, I've also mentioned fish oil is beneficial as well as an anti-inflamm. It works quite well for yeast infection. Talk about the dosage level. There's another thing I'd like to talk to you about. How often do you take it? How much do you take? Well, it depends on you. If you've read my book, you'll see there are 3 kinds of patients. The normal people, like me and 60-70% of people out there, the sensitive people, and the super sensitive people. The normal people, normal meaning they can eat most foods and get away without very reacting to foods or dietary supplements, can generally slip into 1 CanXida Remove 3 times per day, 1 tablet with each meal. If you're sensitive, you may want to start on 1 to 2 tablets per day. If you're super sensitive, meaning you've got a very limited diet and you react to every kind of supplement out there, you would break a tablet in half or get a tablet cutter and cut it into 5 or 6 little pieces, and even take a small piece first and just work your way up from there, okay? So depending on your sensitivity level, depending on the dosage. And also remember to take the CanXida Remove with food. The probiotic and the multi should be taken with food as well. It's important that you take a Candida product, in my opinion, from someone who understands Candida yeast infections, not just from some company that's promoting products, not just from some website or some book where a person's had their own personal healing experience but never treated a patient. To me, they haven't really got the depth of knowledge of someone who's treated, a lot of patients, who understands what the Candida patient really needs. It's your call, but ultimately I think it's best to buy a Candida supplement from someone who understands Candida, who's treated it for over nearly 3 decades. And that's me. I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I've been treating yeast infection now for a long, long time. I understand the needs of the Candida patient. Cheap things are never really worth it. Some people complain to me that CanXida Remove is a little bit pricey, at the price. I don't think it is. The raw materials cost good money. High quality raw materials cost more than very cheap, Chinese raw materials. I could probably get a product churned out in China for $5 or $10, but it's not going to give you the same result that CanXida Remove is. I source my raw materials from countries like Germany and Japan, say high quality raw materials, as I know you're going to get the effect that I'm looking for in the clinic. All right. Again, it saves you money and it gives you the results you're looking for. Expiration dates is another thing this lady mentions here. I've got a whole list of questions from her. Generally, a good dietary supplement will last 2 years. And if you keep it out of the sun at a room temperature, a coolish room temperature, it's going to last you even longer than that. All right? Can CanXida supplements make your Candida worse? So this lady wants to know about die-off with supplements. Generally, if you take too much, if you take a very high dosage too soon, you could get die-off. But generally, I don't find die-off a real big problem with a lot of people. I think die-off is misconstrued. And I think it's because when people make too many changes too quick, they start feeling really crappy. They get headaches and feel sick, and they blame it on the supplement. But if you go into a huge, big dietary change very quickly within a week, and lifestyle change, and take supplements at a recommended or too high dosage, you're going to feel like crap. If you join a gym and you start exercising for 3 hours in the first week, plus you go on a hike for 5 miles a day, you're going to feel like crap as well, okay? Point being here, go into it easy. Take it slow. If you're drinking a lot of coffee and alcohol and eating junk, slow down a few weeks before you start the program. You won't have this die-off, okay, that a lot of people talk about, all right? Just take it easy. It's common sense, all right? But remember, as I keep saying to you, common sense isn't very common. So take it easy. Weeks before you start a Candida program, you'll have a lot less die-off, you know. So if you get my point. Okay. The other point I want to make here with this video is there's a lot of scams out there of people trying to sell you supplements. You know, I'm not going to mention names of products, but there's a lot of scammy products that claim that have instant cures on Candida. They tend to kill cell walls of Candida, that have miraculous effects, you know, very powerful. Now, this is really the new kid on the block. These things have only been around a few months or a year or so. The things I'm talking about, for example, with CanXida Remove, the 11 ingredients in there have been proven for a long, long time, 50, 60 years plus. They haven't been around for a month, they've been around for decades. They've proven themselves to work. Grapefruit seed extract since the 80s, garlic really since the 1920s, okay, clove for over 100 years, golden seal since the 1890s. All these things I'm recommending to you are proven. Scientific research has shown they work, they're validated. I've clinically validated these with thousands of patients, so I know they work. I'm not interested in fly-by-night schemes or scams of patients. I'm interested in tried, proven, and tested, you know, protocols that I know hit the spot. My reputation, my very reputation is based on results. You think I'm going to scam you with some kind of a cheap, crappy product just to make a quick buck? I'm here to stay for another 20 or 30 years. So I put my reputation on my products and my protocols. So it's up to you to make that decision whether you want to go with someone who's experienced, gives you informed advice, or some fly-by-nighter who never treats patients, who wants to make a quick buck. It's your call, ultimately. So that sort of wraps it up for this lady in Norway. I hope that she's, you know, found some interesting information from this video. So I just want you to think carefully before you purchase your Candida supplement and make sure that you make, you know, a decision based on informed information. Check out the background of the person. Is the person authentic? Has the person got profile on the internet? Is a person recommended by other professionals in their field? Check out their LinkedIn profile. Check out their websites, you know. Is there any sustenance there? If you find that the person is completely blank online, there's nothing there, you're purely finding products, well then it's really up to you, you know, to make that decision if you want to part with your hard-earned money. So this is not a sales video. I couldn't care less if you buy my CanXida products or not. I make my videos with the aim of helping people out that can't afford to see me, basically. Because for every patient I see, there's 10,000 patients that can't afford to see me. So I don't mind spending, you know, 15, 20 minutes or an hour a day online giving people free advice. So I hope you found this video of use today. Thanks for tuning in.